Alright, shalom, shalom. We're the real Hebrew Israelites. We're out here week in and week out prophesying the downfall of this wicked kingdom that elevates the woman above all else and homosexuality before righteous men. So, that's the second time. That's the second time that these motherfuckers done that shit. And that's wicked. You know, we're out here trying to preach and prophesy. And you motherfuckers disrespect. That's fine. That's fine. That's more than fine. You see those two women get scared and walk away? They thought this was a joke. Just because I'm smiling. I'm smiling because I'm prophesying the downfall of this wicked kingdom. And I'm telling y'all that Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Lord's chosen people. You know, I just did a whole camp in Spanish. Now I'm doing it in English, which is what I'm going to start doing. Alright, so let's see. Ezekiel. Ezekiel 37 and 16. Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph and the stick of Ephraim for all the house of Israel and his companions. So that's what you see out here. And I wanted to do a lesson on that because you know, I owe my brothers a stick. I said I was gonna make one, but I've been lazy as hell. You know, the work's been kicking my ass. I have everything, I just need to put it together. And that's a blessing for those men that are out here preaching and prophesying the downfall of this wicked kingdom, right? Because it's a help, right? Someone comes up here and they say, what's this? Okay, let's talk about it. So, the first thing first, what inspired us to do this, right? And that would be Ezekiel 37 and 15. The word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai came again unto me, saying, so this is what inspires us. So this was told to Ezekiel thousands of years ago. And then once he made it, he started preaching and prophesying. So this is old school. This is old school. I ain't doing nothing new. Oh man, I ain't doing nothing new. And I'm reminiscing about this Dominican cat. I don't know if you watch my videos, but you know, you were like, oh, you guys don't have to be out here. Bullshit. Look at all these ladies. And I have to be out here because they have to see me out here. You all have to see me out here. And when you see me out here, know that I'm against this society. I'm against the way you put women on a pedestal and put men down. You know, it's not fair. It makes me spit. So we're looking at the stick, and this is why it's important, because in every captivity, we forget who we are, right? So Ezekiel was like, man, how am I going to speak to these dry bones? Because the dry bones was previous life, right? The dry bones here in Babylon, they don't know who the fuck they are. They don't know who they are. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to act because they're acting like heathens. They're treating themselves like the other nation. But no, this sign is to tell you people that you're from this group. You're from this group. And these people right here weren't always called that. We were called Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, and Issachar. The heads of those two kingdoms, the head of the southern kingdom being Judah, and the head of the northern kingdom being Ephraim. So that is part of the whole job, right? You have to get trained in order to do a job. If I say things like, well, this sign is just part of the job, and then you're asking me about the sign, and I can't answer the questions about the sign, then I didn't do a good job. I'm not doing a great job because I'm not explaining to you things, and I'm not showing you in the scriptures, Ezekiel 37, where this is at, why this is biblical, why we're doing this. Now, let me explain this to you, okay? This is biblical because you people out here are Israelites. You're not American. Okay, let me explain it better. Amongst the people that live in America, there are Israelites, there are Hamites, there are Japhites, and the nations that sprang from all these three. Now, Israel sprang out of Shem, so I'm not being anti-Semitic. You can go kiss your own ass, devils, because I'm putting Semites up, okay? I'm putting Semites up. You Chinese and Japanese are Semites, okay? You Arabs are Semites. How can that be possible? Because you came from the line of Shem. But I'm interested in these people right here. You Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. You have something that I find interesting. You have blood that belongs to the house of David. Blood that belongs to kings. Okay, and I want you to know that you're not going to waste that blood. You're going to use it. Okay, so let's see. So, let's see. So there's a lot of prophecy in Ezekiel. So Ezekiel 37, we start at 1. And the hand of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai and set me down in the midst of the valley which was full of bones. So that's called astral projection. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai took Ezekiel's spirit and placed it in a future prophecy, in a future prophetic event. The dry bones, in the valley of dry bones, which is right here, America. And I like posting up right here because whether we do it up like 1,000 feet up on the main street or right here, it's still the same views. People come up here and they get confused when they pass it right here. You know, they don't even know how to act or what to think. But that's because they're what? Dry bones. All these people passing up, roundabout, driving around, walking by, drinking their coffee, eating their donuts, looking at us through their homes and the front windows. Dry bones. Dry ass bones. Those two women trying to come up here trying to ask to see what we were doing. Dry bones. I don't really care. I mean, if they come up, they can come up, they can ask. But the Spirit told them not to come up. Ezekiel 37 and 2, and caused me to pass by them round about. And behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry. So one of the things that we look into as we read the Bible and try to understand it is the meaning of words. So they're talking about dry bones, and they were very dry. So why does being dry or very dry matter? If your mouth is dry and you are thirsty, you would want something to drink, right? But the bones themselves were very dry. So what needs to happen is they need to get built back up. Okay? Verse 3, and he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord, power, thou knowest. We know they can, but will you? Will you people live? Can I put these sinews back on your body? Can I sew you back up? Will you let me? Will you let me? Will you let yourself? Will you let the Spirit do his job? Will you? I don't know. Ezekiel 37:4. Again he said unto me, prophesy unto these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of Yahweh. Now dry bones is going to get fucking bad right now, because I got to prophesy. Really, it's not that terrible to prophesy about it, but I might get canceled. You know, I'm already put on age restriction since I opened my channel a couple of years ago. You know, it's really not a big deal for me. I'll just open another channel, put in the fucking work, and I'll make another 1,000 videos in a couple of years. It's okay. Revelation 13. Let's start at 10. Let's start at 9. Revelation 13:9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. Well, what do you have to hear? The words that are coming out of my mouth, the words that I'm reading out of this Bible. Even though it's in my phone, I could easily get the sword, that 1611 that's in my backpack. We'll be here all day because it gives precepts. So remember, these are the words that a man of the Lord has to tell you, the people of the house of David, and the people of the house of Saul, and the people of Edom, the people of Cush, the people of Ham, the people of Japhet nations. I have to tell all you this. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Man, how many of you know about that? That's in the New Testament. He that killeth with his sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience of the saints. Now why is it patience? Because in every land we were in, starting with the land of Israel, we were getting pushed out by the other nations because they had jealousy over us. Because how could these people come back and live here? For what? We just kicked them out and we slayed them and we did this and we did that. Yeah, that's true. It didn't come free. Both parties had to pay. So let me show you what I mean. This is 2 Kings 19:35. And it came to pass that night that the angel of Yahweh went out and smote in the camp of the Assyrians 184,500. And when they arose early in the morning, behold, they were all dead corpses. They were all dead corpses. 185,000. Right? That was the troops of Sennacherib, Babylonian, which was at Syria, and then they amalgamated to Babylonia. That was that kingdom's price. Okay, they came to a forbidden place where they weren't allowed to, spoke in a tongue which they were forbidden to speak, and then they straight up blasphemed. So then Yahweh was like, you think I brought you out of Egypt and I got you all this way just like let these fucking people kill you? Nah. For my name's sake, I'm gonna put some hurting on them. And one angel did all that. One angel did all of that. How come you Christian churches don't talk about that? Anyway, Revelation 13:10, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So slavery's got to get paid for. Individual sin has got to get paid for. I mean, I have to pay for my sins. I have to pay for my sins. We all have to pay for our sins. But some of us, like this judicial system treats people unfairly, we're going to get a slap on the wrist. Don't you ever do that again, co-op. Here's your crown. Here's your collar. Go dig up some Edomites out of their deep underground military bunkers. Yeah, I'm sorry I ever did that. Like this guy, boom, bursting through those tungsten reinforced doors. Not getting scratched on me. You people firing your laser guns, your advanced weaponry that you're gonna have to defend those deep underground military bunkers. It's not gonna stop me. It would stop me now. I wouldn't do anything now. I couldn't do anything now. Before you work out, do you feel like working out? Like, do you feel like working out? Or do you work out because you want to get that feeling? Because when you're working out, there's a feeling. Your brain releases serotonin, dopamine, and some other motherfucking endorphins. It makes you feel great. Now, when I'm lifting weights, that happens. And when I'm running, that happens. So when I'm lifting weights, I'm lifting to get that feeling. And then after that feeling's there, I stop and then I get on the treadmill. And then I get that other feeling. But never do I ever say, I feel like working out today. Woo, I'm gonna get that workout today. In fact, because I work Monday through Friday. Not only that, the stresses of your everyday life wear you down. Don't care what people say, stress wears you down. And it makes you tired, right? But you have to take care of yourself. Because this beast, this Edomite system is coming, and it's coming hard. So you better be working out, even if you don't fucking want to. Revelation 13:11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. That's when Rome was being brought back into existence over here in the Americas, because they have a president and a vice president, and those are the two horns, and they contradict each other so that it speaks like a lamb, right? And he spake like a dragon. So he's got some orders, draconian laws that he's forcing out. Verse 12. And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. That deadly wound was the end of the Roman Empire. Right? And then another kingdom came up, which was the Holy Roman Empire. And that turned into Budapest and all that stuff, and then the Armenians got kicked out of their land, blah, blah, blah. History, right? So much history. Sometimes it gets boring. But if you know what history is about, what history is talking to you about, it's not boring. Because this is your history, people. This is your history. And I'm not the kind of guy that hates people because of their color or their skin. You know, I'll let you say what you got to say. And then, depending on how you say it and what you say, then I'll hate you. Alright, so now we're going to talk about the miracles that the beast can do. Revelation 13:13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he make fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of man. missiles, Tomahawk missiles, ICBMs, anything really. If you look up Tomahawk missiles, when they hit the ground, boom, boom, they cause a big fire. Even those little missiles, right? But then this devil has bigger missiles, supersonic missiles, ICBMs, Sarmat 2, they call that the devil. It's all scary stuff. Boom, boom. So like it. But that's all for a purpose. So that they can believe that, you know, look, I'm God, right? I'm the closest thing to God on this earth. So I'm gonna destroy people that don't believe what I say. I'm gonna take their gold. Oh yeah. Everything that's up and existing was built with our gold, our money, our finance, our labor. And there's nothing in it that belongs to the Israelites. None of this shit is for you. So, you know, get with the motherfucking program. If you're scared to come out and preach and prophesy and donate, I need signs. You know, I have a whole bunch of brothers up and down the West Coast that don't have signs. They don't have signs, man. They need signs. Give me the money, I'll make the signs and I'll take it to them. Alright. Verse 14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. So the beast gives him power to do things like that. I did this lesson when I was first coming up. If a soldier lost his arm, right? But he still wanted to have something there that was like an arm, so they gave him a robotic arm. But how is he supposed to control that, right? With the controller on his other fucking hand? No. The technology that this beast is developing and has developed to perfection is about to be unleashed. So they made a 2-inch titanium chip, like that big, 2 inches, stuck it in this man's brain, wired it up to send and receive signals from that robotic arm. And guess what? That's a miracle in the sight of man. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. Right? So, man, that's letting you know, okay? This system that's alive right now is based on the Roman Empire. You vote, people vote, they pass laws, people resent those laws. These people are fucking insane over here. They're fighting against anti-this, anti-that. It's just a big fucking mess. But it's all coming to an end. Revelation 13 and 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. So that's going to be when they send that signal, and then people look up in the sky and they see that picture of sweet Jesus with their Project Bluebeam. Okay? And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. Okay, I skipped. I'm going back to Revelation 13 and 14. So Revelation 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So that's coming to life, because they didn't want to do that right away with the vaccine, because a lot of people didn't want to take it, but they didn't know why. And I saw a lot of you Christians not even know what the fuck to do. You run into your pastors and they sign a paper for you and you're all happy. But then a lot of the HRs across the United States were sending that shit back. Boom, boom, boom. They didn't send my shit back. You wanna know why? Because my shit was authentic. My religious exemption came from Yahweh Shem Shai. I didn't have to make nothing up. I told them, fuck you. I wrote it down on a piece of paper. I printed their paper once we were done with that meeting, and before the meeting was even wrapped up, I had sent that shit in. I was fucking furious. I was one of the first person in that agency to send that shit in and to get it approved. They didn't send that shit back because my heart is in this truth. So that's me telling you I'm not gonna worship this image, right? Which a lot of you people do. This is a banger right here. Revelation 13 and 16, and he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. That's that little micro. Well, I already told you what it is. It's a semiconductor. It's a microchip. It will hook you up literally to this man's system. Hook you right on up, and then you'll be like, if you take the image of the beast, you're not going to be in the kingdom of heaven. You can't take both of them. And he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that word forehead is metapon. It's a Greek translation. Alright? Foreheads. G3359. Metapon, the space between the eyes and forehead, from origin of G3326. The space 3326 with, after, behind. So behind the eyes, right? Why are you gonna take this thing? Because you believe in the system. So that's part of that metaphor. You believe in the system, so you're gonna take it. Revelation 13, 16, 17, this will be the closing scripture. And that no man might buy or sell. So you can't get any goods, you can't get any food, you can't get any water, you can't even go to fucking work. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. The number of his name is 666, right? Man, that is his number, right? So that's what you have to do. You're either gonna take it or you're not gonna take it. But if you want to eat, you'll be able to take it, right? Now, if you want to eat in this system, in this evil kingdom, then you will take it, right? But if you don't, you won't. And if all your heart and soul is behind your faith, then Yahweh Hashem Yahushai will provide for you. So, don't take the mark of the beast, which is a chip, RFID microchip, which is going to be a bank, basically punishing you for anything you do. You can pay for this, you can pay for that. You can't pay for this, you can't pay for that. Oh, your rent's this. Oh, you made a video about the chip. Oh, now you don't have any money. It's a way to control. So, that was the last scripture, but I'm going to get verse 18, which is the last one on this, Revelation 13, because I started with the first verse, right? And then I went all through. Revelation 13 and 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. So that's the number of the beast, right? That's the beast and his image. So we talked about the beast and his image, and the woman is most likely to take that first. In the Spanish sermon, I did a lesson on the woman. I could have done it on the same thing, but I didn't write anything. I just went through the script, which is better for me because it is a good exercise. Get the scriptures out, pull them out, and get them ready. So, I brought out the stick and the mark of the beast. Told you why not to take it. So don't you take that, because you won't be able to live. You'll just be killed. So with that, we're going to say all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bahasham, Dash. Double honor to the apostles, bishops, and elders. Peace, blessing, mercy, salutation to all the brotherhood out there teaching the truth with sincerity. In the name of Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai. Shalom.